Educational assistants are a very important part of any school team, particularly for students who have significant educational disorders.
An education assistant's job is to provide students in need in the school system with any support that they need to ensure that they're going to be successful in the classroom environment.
Some of the special needs that education assistants will support are students with cerebral palsy who may be in wheelchairs or need help with mobility, students with Down syndrome, students with learning disabilities, students with autism.
When you're truly in an inclusive classroom, you create an environment which ensures that the student fits in entirely, no different than a student without any special needs. It's not simply ensuring that you have a child in your class and you give them the same worksheets or you give them the same academic opportunities. It's that you've given them opportunities to thrive in that environment as well.
I took the program because I have only one sister and she was born mentally challenged, and at that time they didn't have any program in school. She never had a chance to go to school, learn how to read or write. I felt like she has potential, but nobody saw her potential. And this is why, for me, I always dreamed to become an SCA. When I was younger, I did started to pursue a career in special education, but life got in the way. And now that I retired, I felt it was the time for me to finish what I started. A lot of my friends, they thought I was crazy. They thought, oh, you're retiring and you're more busy than before. But this is my dream. I'm so excited about now being able to work in that field.
Before Stenberg, I was working at a pet store, so mostly doing retail and working with the animals. Making very little over minimum wage, and yeah, I just figured I couldn't do it anymore. It wasn't worth it. I was looking into a few different careers, and I've always wanted a career where I could help people. Then I stumbled upon education assistant, and I started finding information about it, and it just seemed like the perfect career for me. I knew that, it would always be something different. I'd be working with different students all the time, so I'd be able to challenge myself. I hated doing the same thing over and over again, and even though lots of times I would be with a challenging student, that's kind of what makes it worth it.
You need to be patient, definitely patient with yourself and with the kids that you're supporting. They need to be very empathetic, and not just for the students they're supporting, but for the other students in the classroom and the classroom teacher.
I think humor is really important. To bring a little bit of joy and engagement and excitement into a classroom environment really benefits somebody who's going to work in a setting like this.
You need to have an understanding of the environment and be observant and watching what's happening around you. You need to be able to do something at the spur of the moment and be able to just go with the flow and figure something out and make something work.
You gotta look at the things that these kids can accomplish and not what they can't do, and build on the things that they can do.
Anybody who really has a passion for making a difference or making a change and has that ability to be adaptable and flexible should be in this career.
In our training courses, the goal is to support the education assistants in the development of tools and strategies and interventions to support individuals who have autism, particularly school-aged children. Our ABA course, Applied Behavioral Analysis, is a 5-day course on various topics we're going to be talking about through the course, through the week. And the good thing about it, it starts with some cover information, and then as we go into it, starts talking about the tools and the techniques and the interventions to use.
The highlight of this program was because it was online. It allowed me to study from my home. I didn't have to drive 3 hours a day to go to school. So I was able to take care of my family. It was not a traditional classroom, but still it allowed us to get to know each other and connect with each other.
It's an important job. These kids are worth it. We're going to challenge the students, and we're going to have high expectations of them, like we want them to have of the students when they go into support in a classroom. We're going to try to make sure they're prepared to walk in on the first day and sub in a high school, maybe a grade 11 math class, and just have to go with it.
It can be very, very, very energizing to make a real difference in a condition, in a situation that can be very, very challenging.
And I watch the demands that are placed on teachers in a classroom, and I watch how students need more support and how we're having more struggles with providing that support to those students.
I feel like there's a lot of need in that area. There's not enough SCA in the school system. I feel really privileged that I was able to work so quickly after I finished the program.
I got a job right out of practicum, first interview, so it worked out wonderfully. Now I finally have a career, I have a life, the opportunity to go somewhere with this. I can't think of a more fulfilling career.
It's really what I wanted to do. I still have goosebumps about it.
I stay with it because I love it, because I love the kids, and because they have given me so much. That's why I stay.